to make sure we met the family, and we had a walk around. I suffer from arthritis in both hips, both knees, and I walked for 2 hours, and I thought, I'm not sure that
Wow.
it's a good thing or a bad thing, but I did it because we started and it was too far to come back, so I had to go on. But I managed to walk, and I thought, well, that was good fun in the end. But
Wow.
and I didn't suffer anything on the Sunday, so not sure what's going to happen next.
Well, hopefully,
yeah.
hopefully, you know, you should be all right. 2 hours, it's quite an improvement, you know. Not improvement, achievement, sorry. Yeah. I meant achievement.
Of course.
Wow. Yeah, well done. It's a nice highlight.
Yeah, well, it was for me, certainly. Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you and welcome, Bill. Nice to see you. Nice to meet you. And we have a Krisha. Krisha, we can see you as well.
Oh, good. Should I be higher or lower?
I think this is perfect. We can see your face. So, hello, and can you tell us how are you doing and what's your highlights? Your and your husband's Eric as well, if he's new around.
Our highlights? Well, I think the highlights is we've been doing light work. I've been doing very light work, mainly giving advice how to do certain borders in the garden. So we're quite happy with how it's looking right now. So we've been spending at least each day a little bit by bit. Yesterday we went to Exeter.
Oh, wow.
For the first time in 5 months, 5.5 months. It was rather exciting, overdone it, and now I'm paying for it.
Oh. I'm sorry
I did so enjoy myself. It was almost like a normal life.
I didn't know that you went out. You should have called me because we can have a social distancing coffee next time, because I'm based in Exeter, so it would be nice to see you from a distance and have a coffee with you sometime.
Absolutely. But you know, coming back, we hit the most awful traffic. There were accidents.
Oh, what time did you?
That was about 5:25. So it was work exodus. I guess, you know, that's when the accidents do happen as well, from time to time. So we had to go around Bishop Stainton, which I thought was a lovely place. And we finally got home about 7:30.
Okay.
Wow.
So it's it was quite a day, quite a journey.
Tiring day, but exciting day as well. So yes, it was nice going to lovely places like John Lewis, which I like.
How are you doing? And how is Eric? Are you getting better with with your everything around your?
Well, he's better with his cough, but it's not stopped. It's still a very what I call a very draining sounding cough. But he had a heart monitor given to him for 6 days, but the sticky pad kept coming off.
Okay. Wow.
So we had about 6 of those spare ones, and each one he tried on, it fell off. And then he rang the department, and they said that we'll see what we can do, and they will get back to him.
Oh, okay.
I hope that something has been reached with what time the sticky plaster stuck on, just to see, because when you've had the coronavirus, it can affect the heart.
Yeah.
With me, it's affected the kidneys, but I have an existing kidney condition, so it's gone straight there. So it was a lovely day out. Weather was good, and I felt almost normal.
Oh, that's nice to hear that. I miss that almost normal too. Thank you.
Where are you in Exeter, Agnieszka?
I'm in Hill Barton area.
Hill Barton, yeah, I've heard of that.
I will text you later on.
Yeah.
More details. Thank you, Krisha, and welcome Tom and Caroline. We've got lovely people from Active Devon joining us today. And Tom and Caroline will be talking to us about some exercise you could do when during the lockdown, and they will be also talking about the booklet which I've sent to you by post and by email a couple of weeks ago, and I've received some very positive feedback about that. So shall I introduce Tom first and ask you, Tom, to tell us a little bit about yourself, about your highlights from the day and the topic we're covering today?
Yeah, I just want to throw the topic out the window and just chat to everybody. I've been biting my lip because I'm really interested in what everyone's got to say and where they're from, what they've been doing. And I've been admiring people's backgrounds, especially Brian's and Alan's. I've got questions around what we've got there. But my name's Tom. I work for Active Devon. A bit more on that maybe in a minute, but I live in Cockwood. I don't know if people know that. It's just south of Starcross. There's a lovely little harbour just out of my window. If you know the Anchor pub in Cockwood, then I live just on the hill behind that. So I'm lucky to have a lovely view there. Highlights. Well, last night we had some French beans fresh from the garden. That's about the only thing I've produced this year. I've got some tomatoes, but they're not ripe yet. So we had a few French beans with our dinner. Sunday, my wife and I cycled up the road to Powderham Castle. It's only a couple of miles, but we put the panniers on the bike and we went to the farm shop and bought a few supplies and a couple of plants, things for the garden. And the other direction, we've got Dawlish Warren just down the road, but that's very, very busy at the moment because all the campsites have opened. So it's heaving with people, really. And the other exciting thing, I hope this is not too many highlights. This afternoon, I've got a solar-powered fountain arriving. Ooh. And I'm going to buy a shallow pot and make a little water feature in the garden. And it's all for the cat.
Wow. Not the bird. Not the bird.
We don't have kids, but we do have a little cat. So apparently they like drinking running water. He never drinks water, and then they get kidney problems and stuff. So I'm going to create a little water fountain in the corner of the garden. I think what will happen though is the birds will use it, and then he'll just catch all the birds. So not sure about that. So that's me. That's what I've been up to. Maybe before I start asking lots of questions and so on, I'll let Caroline introduce herself and do her highlights, maybe.
Hi. Yeah, I'm called Caroline. I'm in Exeter. I'm based in I live in the Exwick area. I've been a group fitness instructor for as long as I started working, so that's my passion. And I've been teaching classes on Zoom during the lockdown from my conservatory. But very last minute today, I had to relocate to the kitchen because it's so warm and sunny out there. I don't think I'd have coped. So now you have my kitchen as a background today. And my highlight this morning was walking my dog along the river, and she was back to her normal self. She's been poorly, and she spent the night at the vet's on Friday, which was very worrying. I've got a little 9-year-old Cocker Spaniel, but this morning I'm really pleased to say that she's back to normal and she's back to springing around like a 2-year-old. So that was my highlight for today.
That's good.
I've been doing a bit of decorating as well. I've been decorating my parents' hall, me and my daughter. We've been over there for 3 or 4 hours for the last few days. So I'm not sure whether that's a highlight, but it might be for my parents.
Thank you, Caroline. That's great. Thank you for sharing that with us. So I also would like to share with you my highlights. I've decided today with this, okay, I will introduce myself first maybe. So I'm Aggie and I work for Devon Communities Together and I work on this project called Devon Highlights. and I run weekly Zoom sessions with you guys, with people from Totnes, Totnes and Paynton area mainly. I also do weekly one-to-one phone calls with people because that's what we do for that project. And it's not only COVID-19 related project. This project's been running for 2 years now. So we had before the COVID-19 we've had groups like meetups in the 6 groups in different locations across Devon. So my highlights for today is that me and my husband, we've decided that we're actually going to Poland on Thursday. So that's my highlights. I'm from Poland. I know, I'm from Poland originally, so I'm going, it's going to be a huge journey for us because we've only done one trip to Poland by car before, and it was 6 years ago, and we said never again, but we've decided to do it again today's time. Please keep fingers crossed for us because it's a 24 hours journey. Obviously, we'll have to have some stops because I've got 2 children, 2 years old and 8 years old. Yes, and we'll see how it goes. But I will be on holiday for the next week, and I will send you some pictures once we arrive. Hopefully, we will arrive there. So I'll send you some pictures.
Aggie,
yes.
Where in Poland would you be going to?
I'm going to my parents' house, which is in, listen that, Zwierzyniec. Can you all repeat it, please?
I've not been there. Where's it near?
Okay, let's say it's between Warsaw and Krakow. So it's southeast of Poland. My town is in the middle of the reservoir. That's how.
Yeah.
So it's a lovely place. I sent you some pictures, and maybe I will be able to Zoom from there. Who knows?
If you have time.
If I have time, yes.
Oh, I think it will fly.
Have a lovely time.
Thank you so much. It's this decision, we've been thinking about it like for a few weeks, and I wasn't sure whether it's safe or not. How can we do it? But we've decided that we're going to do it. So
you need plenty of masks. You need plenty of masks, lots of hand sanitizers. You should, fingers crossed, be perfectly all right.
Yeah. And we're going through tunnel, which means that we are able to stay in a car when we will be in a tunnel.
Yes.
So it's safer than by the sea, if you know what I mean, like on the
ferry.
Yes, because then but we will see how it goes. I will let you know.
Oh, I bet you've started packing already.
Yeah, we haven't, because we just decided this morning. So after this meeting, I think I just need to open lots of things. And I'm also thinking how can we avoid stopping for food? Shall we take like a lot of food into the car with a fridge in a fridge? I don't know yet.
If you've got those ice pack bags, which is what I take when I go out by car any distance, I pack all the food in there, and I put ice cubes at the bottom, ice cubes on the side, one side and left and right, and 2 packs of ice packs on the top, and it's all zipped up. And then there's another bag, smaller bag, where you can have just ready to eat food like sandwiches, salad, drinks.
That's what I think I will do. But my daughter already asked me if she can take her hoverboard, because she's got a hoverboard for her birthday. Like, how can you see? We've got only one car.
Is it a long car? Is it in the state?
No, it's not. It's a family car. It should be all right. But I can already see her having a long list of things she wants to take. So we'll see.
So you'll gain some height outside the roof with lots of extra.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. I hope it's gonna be okay. I'm laughing and being positive about that, but I have my worries as well inside. But hopefully,
sure.
Right. Okay, anyway, so I'm glad I've shared with you my highlights, and hopefully I will see you next week. But now, shall I ask you as well if you are okay for me to record this session for the purpose of us watching this later on, or other people watching this as well who couldn't join us, so they can practice their exercises. Is everyone okay with that? Can you please?
Yeah, as long as it doesn't go to any commercial company.
Of course, it's
I don't
not.
want my face revealed to other organisations. I like to know. I like to know.
Of course, it's not going to. It's not going anywhere. It's just the link we can share with the participants, and that's all.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So maybe down to you, Caroline and Tom.
Caroline, shall I just say a quick little bit about what I do, and then you can do a few of the exercises?
Yeah.
So just a little bit about Active Devon, really, I suppose, quickly. We are a not-for-profit organisation, so we don't make money. We receive grants and funding mostly from the lottery, but also from other places. And our mission is just to get everyone in Devon more physically active, because the benefits of being physically active are huge for everybody, really, in terms of mental well-being, physical well-being, managing long-term conditions, and as people always tell me, a bit like today, just that social interaction as well, of going out and doing things with other people. So Bill rang a load of bells with me, Bill, when you mentioned your arthritis, because we run a campaign called We Are Undefeatable, which works with the Richmond group of charities, and one of those is Versus Arthritis, is a national charity.
Yeah.
And actually walking and exercise is going to be great for your arthritis, and is excellent pain relief. We actually have an ambassador, a volunteer she lives in Buckfastleigh, but she runs a walk in Decoy Park, which is your neck of the woods, in Newton Abbot, focused on pain relief through very short sociable walks. So that rang lots of bells for me. But my particular focus at Active Devon is on over 55s. And I lead a program called Connecting Actively to Nature, which is often just spoken about as CAN, C-A-N. And that's all about not just the benefits of being more active, but of also spending time in green spaces and, parks, the moors, even your garden, just the fresh air, or by the sea. Someone went for a walk, I think Brian, down at Sidmouth, which sounds lovely. And we use our funding to set up and to support groups that do activities all across Devon, including Plymouth and Torbay as well, focused on people over 55, getting them together in small groups to do activities. And a lot of them are walks. We also support Walking for Health, the Ramblers health walks that happen in the county. But some of them are yoga and Tai Chi, which are really good for strength and balance. And we've even got swimming projects as well. We had a group in Teignmouth who dipped their toes in the Lido at Teignmouth, and eventually got into the sea as a group and started swimming in the sea at Teignmouth, all supervised and everything like that. Obviously, since March, all of that activity has stopped, unfortunately. But we are hoping that soon activities will restart. We might have to adapt some of them. So we might have groups of 5 people instead of larger groups, and the use of masks and social distancing. And we won't be meeting in cafes and things to start with. But those activities will probably start in August or September. So I'd love to be able to pass details of all of those back to Aggie, to pass back to you guys and your friends and neighbours and communities. So I will definitely do that. I've got a few questions for people, but I'm going to stop and let Caroline do her thing. And then if we have time at the end, I just wanted to ask a few questions of people. But I'll pass over to Caroline if that's all right. And maybe I need to push my chair back slightly. to be ready.
Are you all happy to take part and do some little exercises with me?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
You can sit and watch and laugh if you want to. If it's not for you, that's absolutely fine. Don't feel under pressure to do anything you don't want to do. I'm going to play some music. We're not quite sure of how great the music quality is going to be over the Zoom, but we'll see how we get on with it. So it's all a bit of a learning curve for me as well. Have you got a chair? Are you sat on a chair? Is it possible to sit on a chair if you've got one with no arms? I'll show you my chair. I've got sort of a dining room chair here. And I'll push back so you can see me. And you want a little bit of space around you. Like I say, I had to relocate from my conservatory because it was about 100 and something degrees in there. So if I'm like this, can you see and hear me okay now? You can just put your thumbs up or say, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, so you've got a chair to sit on with a little bit of space around you.
I haven't got a chair without arms.
Oh, that's okay. You can sit on the side of the bed or on the middle of the sofa, so you've got a bit of space around you. The last thing I want you to do is move your arms around and hit something. That's all. I'm just putting some music on, so bear with me while I'm talking. I'm just multitasking here. And we can see. Can you hear any music? I can turn it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all it is, it's got a disco beat. Not that we're going to be disco dancing, but it's just so you've got a bit of a rhythm to work with. Yeah. Is Glynis there? Glynis looks like she's relocating. So is she doing okay? Anytime if you feel any pain or any discomfort, if you feel unwell, please stop. You're not going to be made to do anything you don't want to do. So make sure when you're doing these exercises that you feel in control and it feels it's doing you good, not any harm. Yeah, apart from that, just enjoy. If you get it wrong, it doesn't matter. If I'm using my right arm or left leg and you're doing the opposite, that doesn't matter too, okay? So you can miss out the bits you don't want to do and join in with the bits that you do want to do, okay? All you're going to start off doing is by sitting up tall. So sit nice and straight. Try and sit with your back out of your chair and just relax your shoulders. You've got right angles, fists in your knees and your hips. So you feel nice and stable in your chair. So just by sitting up tall, you're naturally engaging the muscles through the bit of your body. So that's all really well just to hold you upright.
Caroline, would you mind coming a bit further because we cannot hear you very well? Would you mind either maybe lowering the volume of the music or coming down further because we cannot hear you well?
Perfect. Yeah, no, thank you. I will talk louder too. Okay, so just making sure that you can see me and then you can see what I'm doing. I'll raise my voice. Perfect. So you're sitting up tall. You're already working the muscles through the middle of your body. You've got the shoulders relaxed. You're going to start off by lifting your heels up. So heels up, heels down. Okay, so what you're doing is lifting your heels so the balls of your feet are on the floor. We're going to do right heel, then left heel. So one right heel lift, one left heel lift. So keep sitting tall with your shoulders relaxed. I can see your little legs moving. So both together, up and down. All we're doing is warming up, loosening up through your ankles and warming up through your lower legs. Perfect. Okay, begin to tap to the side. Can you tap right and left? Okay. Okay, so keep the movement small. We're going to change the rhythm. So you're going to do single, single, right, left, and then a double, two to your right. Single to your left, single, single, then two. You've got a double. Yeah. Single, single. Those relocating too, giving them much more space. Double. Single, single. And double. Go back to your heel lift. Heels up, heels down. Oh, can you feel it through your calf muscles, down the back of your lower leg? Just check you're still sitting upright and you've got relaxed shoulders. Alternate heel lifts, one right, one left. Okay. Do 4 more. Side taps. Single. Single, double, 2 to the right. Single, single. And double. I think your legs are warmed up. Can you begin to roll your shoulders? So lift your shoulders up, roll them round. Good. Oh, that feels good. Release tension. One on each side. One shoulder, then the other. So releasing tension through your shoulder, through your upper back. Both shoulders together. Lift your shoulders to your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and feel you're releasing the tension. Okay, alternate. One right, one left. Can you put thumbs up that you can still hear me? Can you do your day? Perfect. Okay, can you march on the spot? So use your arms, use your legs. Arms, everything moving. I think you're all feeling a little bit warmer now. Are you still sitting nice and upright? Try not to collapse back. Stay upright. Collect your feet softly onto the floor. And arms up. Arms down. Now careful, make sure you've got space. This is where you've got arms on your chair. You don't want to knock your elbows. Feeling your shoulders, so strengthening the muscles through your shoulders. You can carry your shopping bags more easily then. Do this one more time. Okay, relax your shoulders. Alternate leg extensions. If you go on an angle, you're stripping out your legs from your knee, pushing your toes away from you. Feeling your leg muscles warming up. You can stop at any time. So if these muscles say they do now, they're going up, it's okay to stop and take a rest. Lateral raise, back to your arms. All the way up, all the way down. Two more. One more time. And kick. Alternate leg extension. It makes my feet look really big. You've still got relaxed shoulders and you're sitting nice and tall. Feeling your leg muscles work. Okay, go back to your march. We're going to speed up this march. Can everybody march a little quicker? If going fast is not for you, you just slow down. Go at whatever speed feels right. So your body's feeling warmer. You're feeling that your heart rate might have gone up a little. And you might feel that you're taking on deeper breaths. Okay, next movement. Can you see my arms? They're going up, out, in, and down. Up, out, in, and down. Okay, sit tall, keep your shoulders down. Hold. Or open through your chest. So mobility through your shoulders, strength through your shoulders. Excellent. 2 more. One more time. Oh, let those arms relax. Watch my feet. You're going out, in. Step out, in. Okay. Back to turning your legs. Okay, now stop. Left leg, go on the other side and in. So take the other one out first. You're doing the same thing, but just the other way round. If these little leg muscles have said they've done enough, you can stop at any time. Back to your arms. Arms up, out, in, and down. Open through your chest. Keep sitting tall. Back to your legs. Step out. So one leg moving first. Do this one more time. And then start with the other leg first. So switch sides. Out, in. Oh, you might feel your tummy muscles having to work too. One more time with the arms. Arms up. Go. Up, out. Perfect. I think you feel nice and warm. And go back to your march. I'm marching fast, but if you want to march a little slower, that's okay too. And you've got a nice little rock going on there. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of mobility for your spine now. Break your posture. So move your feet just a little bit wider apart. Sit tall, arms by your side. Then one way, back up, and the other way. Side to side. Your legs don't move. Careful you don't topple off your chair. And feel your waistline muscles working. One more. And hold in the middle. Okay, one hand, push across. Come back down, and the other hand, push it across. So turn your head and your shoulders. Look at your hand, pushing one way, and look at your hand, pushing the other way. Just check out that your shoulders don't lift, so keep your shoulders down. Oh, this is good mobility for your spine, releasing tension right up between your shoulder blades. Okay, one more each way. Okay, a side bend one way, a side bend the other way, push one way, and push the other way. So you side bend, one each, and push it across. We'll do that one more time. So side bend, push across, and push across. Okay, back to the middle. Hands to your thighs and clap. I might be able to come in a little closer for this bit. We can see Aggie's daughter there. Clap to the side, clap to the side. So turn your head and your shoulders. I'm trying not to clap too loud so I don't ruin the music. Perfect. Okay, just clap. Can you imagine a clock face? I hope I'm the right way around. 12 o'clock. That's it. Clap on 12 o'clock. Clap on 6 o'clock. Right down here. It's a really big clock face. Okay, where's your number 3? I'm guessing here. Is that the right way around? You're number 9. Perfect. 1 on each. 12. 6, 3, 9. 12, 6, 3, 9. 12, 6. Oh, relax. That's good for your brain. I'm not sure whether the mirror imaging is going right or not. Have you got warm? We're going to have a little stretch. I'll push back again. So can you straighten out one leg? Straighten one leg, bend the other knee, and lean forward. You're trying to get a stretch here in your hamstrings at the backs of your thighs. Good. Do that on the other side, so straighten out the other leg. Tip forwards until you feel the stretch behind the knee up the back of your thigh, just a light stretch. Sit up tall, and now put your hands on the backs of your chairs, and you're going to squeeze your elbows together. So open through your chest. You're holding on to the back of your chair, squeezing your elbows in, and opening up through your chest. A stretch that's great for your posture. Relax your shoulders. Can you turn your head? Try to look over your shoulder. That's it. Try to look right round behind you. And then do the same on the other side. And relax. I'll come back in. Do you feel good?
Thank you. I'm just going to unmute people because I muted everyone.
That was great, Caroline.
That was amazing. Thank you so much.
That's good.
I didn't know what level to pitch it at or what to expect. So your feedback is really, really important. Let me know what you thought of it. If you wanted to go slower, if you think you wanted to go faster or a bit more of a mixture, just let me know what you thought of it, and that'll sort of help us sort of plan for another little event maybe.
The only thing I don't have is the swinging chair without arms.
Yeah.
I have to do it with the arms on. That's the only thing.
Yeah. I think it could be quite good, sat on the side of your bed, or sat in the middle of a sofa. If as long as it's not a really, really low sofa. I think generally beds are quite a good level. So you just have a bit more of space around you, so you're not feeling you're gonna, cracking your elbow on the chair is not funny, because I've done it before on another chair.
And it hurts.
Yeah, right on the funny bone.
That's lovely. That's good.
Yeah, it was really, really nice. Thank you, Caroline. I really enjoyed it. And I feel quite whole right now after those exercises. And I definitely feel happier after that as well. It helped me to relax So thank you. And anyone would like to also ask some questions or give a feedback, or just tell Caroline how you guys felt? Was it okay for you?
I liked it very much, Caroline, and do some more.
Thank you, Bill.
More. Again.
Yeah, would you like to do it again?
I'd be very happy to do it again.
Yes, I think that's something we can arrange for for sometimes for our Zoom, if you guys okay with that.
Now I know you a bit better, and know, you know, I can plan it a little bit better to make it more appropriate for, you know, for what you want.
That's great. That'd be lovely if you could. Yes.
Great.
Yes, that was really, really nice. Thank you, Caroline. I really enjoyed it. I hope you guys too as well. Was there anything difficult for you guys? Anything you find difficult?
I can honestly say that spreading my legs was a little bit challenging when you said I could go one leg to the left and then the other one to the right or whatever it is, but not two together. That was a bit of a no-no for a while.
You can adapt it to your way.
Yeah.
Caroline, you're not necessarily asking me, but I find that you don't often realise how tense you are until you stretch a bit and relax. Especially those of us who spend a lot of time on a computer, especially being at home so much, not naturally moving around as much. I get very tense shoulders and between the shoulder blades. So all of that stuff was really good, and the hand one was really good.
Yeah.
So you definitely feel more relaxed, don't you? And you can feel that kind of warmth, just circulation, I guess, as well. Can I ask a question, Aggie?
Of course, please. Yes.
So I'm trying to work out where everyone is. So I think we've got Bill in King Stainton. I think we've got Brian somewhere near Sidmouth.
No, Teignmouth.
Oh, Teignmouth.
Yeah, I'm Bishop
Oh, I thought you said Sidmouth earlier. Teignmouth. Okay, brilliant.
I live in Bishop Stainton.
That's right, Bishop Stainton.
Yeah.
Have we got any other Teignbridge folk then?
Yes.
Margaret, where are you? Where are you about?
Teignmouth.
You're in Teignmouth.
Yep.
I'm in Teignmouth.
Who said that? Alan. Alan's in Teignmouth as well. Oh, great.
Paynton.
Glenys? Paynton.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm in Paynton as well.
And Chris is in Paynton. Oh, brilliant.
But she was in Bishop Stainton and Teignmouth yesterday because of the traffic accidents.
Oh, that's
Yeah. Well, you're all lucky that, I mean, it's a lovely district to live in. Well, Torbay and Teignmouth, I think, South Devon, Teignbridge, South Devon generally. For our programme, we have lots of activities in Torbay, and we have lots of activities in Teignbridge, especially Teignmouth as well. So when all those things start up again, I'll make sure that you all get the information.
Right. That would
You know,
be
those
really
activities,
good.
they are designed to be, you know, at any level really. They're very inclusive, so you can go along and push yourself, or you can go along and just stroll along for 10-20 minutes with different groups. But yeah, I'll make sure you have that information. I wanted to, I guess we're nearly out of time, Aggie, aren't we?
We have a few minutes, don't worry. We usually finish like a few minutes after 2. We're very chatty at the end as well.
I just wondered, we heard from Brian and a couple of others that they'd only just recently kind of gone out, which is the same for a lot of us since the lockdown started. And I wondered how people's activity levels in terms of physical activity have changed in the last 4 months. So do you think you've done, I mean, put your hand up if you think you've done less during lockdown in terms of physical activity than before?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 3 or 4, yeah.
Rightly.
And some people done more. Brian, have you done more?
No, I've done about the same as I always
About the same.
do. Yeah.
I think I've done more because I started exercising with Joey Weeks, which was quite nice.
Well, I started doing yoga online, which is quite good. What about, so that tells me, Aggie, that what we've done has also changed. So when I used to get up and drive into work or get the train to work, I wouldn't have got up and done yoga, but because I'm working at home, I've got up and done something different. So have other people done different things during the lockdown?
I make sure that I can every other day manage a walk with my dog, which I never had before.
Yeah. What
We
about
also know that
gardening?
some
Have
of
people
our
got gardens?
Yes.
And is there anything?
I'd just like to
Bill.
say that I think I was very regimented in a walk every day when we started off the lockdown. Sadly, that dwindled a little bit, and I began to wonder whether arthritis at the time. But nevertheless, you know, it's good. I miss the walks now because we're sort of twisted arm, twisted foot, really, not being able to do much else. Bit of gardening and things, but I think when I said just now I did less of certain types of things, but perhaps a bit more walking. Perhaps I should have kept that up, really. So perhaps it might be good to go back to it.
I think it's a familiar story, Bill, that when the lockdown was first introduced, it was very clear, wasn't it, that you couldn't really go out, but then suddenly you could go out maybe once a day locally, and it made a routine quite easy for everybody. And then as it starts to ease, it all gets a bit more complicated again, and it's busier everywhere as well, isn't it? More traffic and stuff going on.
But we also have, for this project, we also have participants, whether they are on Zoom or one-to-one calls, we have people who have underlying condition and they cannot go out anyway. So I think it's very important for them to stay active at home anyway. As well.
Yeah, very much so, and that's why we loved the leaflets that we sent out, and the feedback has been really good on those. And I know many people are still shielding as well, and may still be staying mostly at home.
Yes.
Officially, I think they change the shielding status on the 1st of August.
Hopefully.
But obviously, that's only guidance, and some people may still rather stay close to home or at home. So. Yeah, and if you're lucky enough to have a garden, then at least you can get out in the fresh air in your own sort of property. But if you live in a flat or something, then obviously that's much harder.
That's why I think it's very important to do things like we've just done at our Zoom meetups, and we recorded that. So I know that some people are already waiting for this video to be sent to them. Because I've got some participants who cannot join Zoom, but they always watch it after the live meeting. So I know that those people will be practicing those exercises at home for sure. So that's why I think it was really important for us to do this session.
I can record something for you, Aggie, at any time if you want me to. It's very easy.
That would be fantastic, so they can enjoy it. Like we've done this the shiatsu session, and we've had like 100 people already visiting it because they want to practice, and they practice it every week. So I'm sure this exercise, this session, will be they will be doing the same with this session.
One final thing from me, Aggie, is, well, just to say thank you to everybody for allowing us into your chat and being such good fun. Bill has already shared his email with me in the chat because I'm going to send him some details of the walk and the arthritis stuff that I mentioned. So it's completely up to anybody, but we do have an e-newsletter that I send out when I get time to write it, about the Connecting Actively to Nature program and about staying active at home. So it's entirely optional, but if anyone wants to share their email address with Aggie and then with me, then I can add you to that list. But it's entirely up to you guys.
Yes, I'd be happy to have that. I suffer from arthritis as well. So,
Okay, so if anyone, thank you, Krisha. If anyone else would like to share your email address with Tom, please just email me and say I'm happy to give my email address to Tom, and then I will just pass it.
We are not a company. I won't try and sell you anything. It's just information, opportunities to be active, hearing stories, and the occasional little competition or survey or something like that.
Oh,
So,
we like competitions.
Yeah, well, I'm going to do a photo competition in October, so look out for that one.
Glenys, you should join because you're really good at winning things.
That's one thing I wanted to mention. That's thank you very much.
Won the millionaire.
Yeah.
Go on, Glenys.
The chocolate was lovely, Aggie.
Oh, have you tried it?
Yes, both bars. Thank you very much. I haven't seen them yet, but they're gorgeous. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad you've tried it.
Yes. Yeah.
By the way, Glenys won one of our competition, and she got a prize for that. So that's right. Okay, great. So before we finish the session, we have a tradition as well. So I always ask people what they've had for breakfast. So I'm going to do that. But before I ask everyone about your breakfast, guys, I also would like to ask you if you would be willing to have next week. I would like to ask you, give you a proposal for the next session. Will you be happy for us to organize a drawing session with my lovely colleague Annabelle, who's an artist, and she would like to share with you some ideas, lovely ideas about how to draw, how to paint, maybe, because she's got a studio in Totnes, so she would like to share with you some paintings, some of her arts, and also give you a little bit of tutorial how to draw, how to, you know, I'm not really good at drawing, but I would definitely like to try, but I don't know. What do you think? Would you be okay with this session? Would you like to try this out?
I would.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so I will let her know. I'm sure she will be happy. And she also asked me to ask you to prepare piece of paper or couple piece of papers and some pencils, so then she can practice with you. Okay?
Yeah.
And possibly 2 weeks' time, she also asked me if she could help me and organize a hula hoop session. But I wasn't sure about that because I said we may have no space around, but let her know what you think, okay, next week.
But I don't have a hula hoop.
Well, listen that, she has a lady who's going to, who's ready to do the session with us, and also she wants to send us hula hoop for each of us. How cool is that?
Interesting.
It's something to think about it. Have a think about it. You have a whole week to think about it and let her know next week, okay?
Well, I'm interested already.
I don't know. It's really up to you because it's basically it's your decision, guys. What you would like to do and how you would like to do it. But I'm just putting this on as a proposal. So
Sure.
okay.
Lovely.
So, but the next session is a drawing session and a virtual visit to Annabelle's art studio in Totnes.
Yeah.
So have a piece of paper and some pencils or drawing, okay?
Lovely.
And Krisha, what did you have for breakfast today?
Well, it was more a lunch than a breakfast.
Oh, what was that then?
What did I start off with? Some warm water with lemon and honey. I had some bacon. tomato, mushrooms, some fruit juice, and a bit of cake later on.
Nice. That was a really nice session, I would say. Thank you, Krysia. Alan, did you have cereal?
I had muesli, Aggie, plus some biscuits that one of the girls at Bookcycle made for my birthday, and a bit of cake that another one of the girls at Bookcycle made for my birthday.
Lucky you.
Oh yeah.
That's nice. Thank you, Alan. Brian, what about you? What did you have for breakfast? Please don't tell me you've had porridge.
Porridge with banana and some mixed fruit.
Lovely. What about your wife, Jeannie? Did she have a porridge as well?
Yes, she did. I have to cook it, you see.
You're such a good husband, you know. Say hello to Jeannie from us as well.
I will. She's out in the garden at the moment working hard.
Good.
And you're having fun with us, obviously. Thanks, Brian. Glenys, what about you? What did you have for breakfast?
I had Weetabix again this morning, 2 of them, with grapes and banana.
Nice. Do you usually have a coffee with your breakfast or tea or just water?
I finish off with a coffee.
Black or white?
Sometimes I've had a drink of water earlier, but a little earlier only. Yes, I usually have a coffee then.
But black coffee or white coffee?
No, white coffee,
Nice.
but no sugar.
Okay. Thank you, Glenys. Lovely Margaret, what did you have for breakfast, my dear?
I didn't actually have breakfast. I had a cup of tea earlier. Then I had another cup of tea mid-morning, but I've done a roast chicken dinner, which we've enjoyed. So,
Nice.
so I didn't actually have any breakfast.
Because you were preparing yourself for the later on.
Yes.
Lovely. Thank you, Margaret. So, Bill, what did you have for breakfast?
Porridge today. Porridge, yes. It was, I don't know why, but I did, and it was rather nice, yeah. Whether I should do it again or not, normally it's,
What do you have usually for your breakfast? Is it porridge or something else?
usually, we normally have poached eggs on toast. We've had that. I don't know why. We started off about lockdown and stuck to it all the way through lockdown, actually. So I thought, well, try something a bit different for a change.
Yeah. And porridge is a really nice.
Well, yes, it gives you a few more minutes.
Do you have like a sweet porridge or with salt? Because I know some part of England or Great Britain they have salty porridge.
That's true. The Scottish way is with salt, I think.
Yeah.
But I don't put. Well, years ago when I was a child, when my mother made it, she always put a bit of salt in it. Makes it creamier, I understand. But I think now I don't put any salt in it. But, I enjoy it. Might try it a couple more times, and then I'll get bored with it, I expect.
Oh, my husband eats porridge twice a day. He
Oh,
never
well,
gets bored of that. I think it's his favorite food.
It was.
Thank you. Tom, what did you have for breakfast?
Can you guess, Aggie?
Well, okay, let me guess. Perhaps it's porridge as well, isn't it?
Porridge. I have porridge every day in the microwave, 2 minutes, with honey and banana and sometimes blueberries, but no blueberries today. And I then had a coffee after that.
Why didn't you have blueberries this time, Tom? Why?
None in the fridge. Because I went to Sainsbury's yesterday and there's no fruit in Sainsbury's because all the holiday makers have bought it all.
Oh, wow.
Go extra early nowadays during the holiday season.
I've got a funny story. When I was on expedition in Mongolia, very quickly, I had to make porridge for everybody, and we had powdered milk, which makes it lovely and creamy. So water and then powdered milk. And I was making this porridge for about an hour one morning for 20 people on the fire. I kept adding this powdered milk to make it lovely and creamy, and it just kept getting thicker and thicker. Anyway, it turns out it was instant mashed potato, not powdered milk.
I hope you sweetened it.
Anyway, otherwise, I'm normally quite a good cook, but that was a bad day.
I will send a link to one of our sessions when we've had a cooking session and we shared some lovely recipes. So maybe
I have loads of recipes, loads. Yeah.
Lovely, thank you, Tom. And Caroline, what did you have for breakfast?
And I do eat porridge quite regularly, but I didn't this morning. But when I have porridge, I have cold porridge. I make mine with natural yogurt and leave it in the fridge overnight, and also have it with blueberries. And I have that really quite regularly. But this morning I had chia batter bread in egg, soaked in egg and fried. Lovely.
Nice.
And coffee and a pear.
Wow, lovely. Looks like we all have such a lovely breakfast. Now, I've had a scrambled eggs, by the way, with onion. So thank you so much for sharing this with me. I hope you enjoyed the session today. And I hope you enjoyed the exercise. And I think it's time to say goodbye because I know Caroline and Tom are going to join us another session in 15 minutes time.
Yeah.
So let's give them a bit of break. And thank you, everyone. Hopefully I will see you my colleague will see you next week. Maybe I will join you while I'm in Poland. But enjoy the drawing session, okay?
Have a lovely time.
Oh, and have a
good time.
Do zobaczenia.
Bye.
Bye, do zobaczenia.
Bye. Do zobaczenia, Krysia. Bye.